Never, ever, never, ever do 8-foot ceilings when you're building a house. It can be the absolute kiss of death from that point forward when it comes to increased value of your home. Now grab a pen and a piece of paper, because what I'm about to share with you, if you were remotely thinking about building the house in any time in the future, you're going to want to write these things down, because it's not just the big things. It's not just the tall ceilings and the open space and the open floor plans. The devil's in the details. It's the little things you're about to learn that will blow your mind. Now, this is not a huge home I'm going to walk you through, but it has all of the details that I tell everybody when you're going to build a home you want to put inside a home. We're going to go through every one of those as quickly as possible, and most importantly, give you a complete checklist to show you exactly what you need to do to make the process as simple and as stress-free when it comes to building a house. So let's start with the big open kitchen. As you can see, it's nice and big. I'm standing in the living room and it's a big open kitchen, but it's the details that make it so desirable, not just for you while you live in the home, but actually for the buyer if you ever go to sell the property. One is an undermounted sink. You want to do an undermounted sink. That means the sink is not sitting on top of your solid surface countertop. And yes, always do solid surface countertops. These countertops are quartz. There's a difference between quartz and quartzite. Quartzite is actually the natural stone pulled from the earth, and quartz is a man-made composite stone. Most people can't tell the difference. Now, these cabinets in this house are a shaker style cabinet, and they're a 42-inch cabinet. And what happens is when you have the width of the cabinet a little bit narrower and taller at 42, it gives the impression that it's even taller. But you want to do 42-inch cabinets, nothing else but 42-inch cabinets in the house. So the next thing you'll want to do is a tile backsplash, but you can go a step further and actually put a faucet over your cooktop. So we're going to have a gas cooktop right here, but that faucet will fill up a pot of water so you don't have to go over here and carry this big pot. Now, this is a feature that you do not want to miss. It's super inexpensive to do, and it's so much easier to do it while the home is under construction. Personally, it's one of my favorite features, and that's under cabinet lighting. So you'll have lights. And what's really cool is you can get really crazy with these lights and have them on an app where you can control them on your phone or a wall switch, all kind of cool stuff. Now, as I mentioned, this is not a huge house. It's just over 2,300 square feet, which is a beautiful open floor plan. I'll share that with you here in just a second. But one of the features you'll always want to put in any house that you build is a walk-in pantry. And look, the details. You're going to have a walk-in pantry because you're going to have mixers and blenders and all of that stuff and seasonal stuff for Halloween and Christmas, and you can put it in here on shelves. You can go way high with it. But take it a step further. In Van Construction, they do a fantastic job. They put electrical receptacles in their pantry. So if you want to charge anything, you need power for anything, you've got power. Now, another really neat feature that everyone's doing in a house is you have this pass-through, right? So that is the garage door, but as you come through the garage door, you have this place where you can charge phones, put your coats, put your book bags, put your shoes. It's just a little hallway here that they set in just a couple of feet, but it makes a world of difference in usability for space. Now, here's another feature that I always say, and I'm excited to share with you, is a utility room that's large enough. You want to be able to walk into your utility room, and I know the power's not on this house yet, but you can see, you can have a washer and dryer, plus a mop sink, plus a place to fold clothes, plus shelving. You just want to make sure that you have a large utility room. Don't ever put a small utility room in a house. And look, when it comes to formal dining room, don't waste your space. Nobody cares for the formal dining rooms anymore. How often do you really use a formal dining room? My house has this, quote, formal dining room, and my wife and I changed it into this really cool lounge sitting room, of which you'll start to see more videos on that. Now, this house has a huge breakfast room. They call it a breakfast room, I guess because you eat breakfast there. It's not so formal, but at the end of the day, this is a huge room. And once again, this house is just over 2,300 heated and cooled square footage, but you could easily sit 8 people in that room. And look, as you can see, open floor plans are very popular. Maybe they're not for you. Do you? But I can tell you what's popular right now is an open floor plan. That means that when people come over and you have entertaining space and all this room, it's all big and open. But look, besides that, you'll want to do a split floor plan. So you got to think of your lifestyle and how you're personally living. Perhaps you have kids now and you get it, you understand that they can be just crazy little hellions, or you don't have children and you need to understand they can be crazy little hellions. But here's what's really cool. You'll want to do a split floor plan. And listen, always put lots of closets. Whatever design you do lots of closets. But a split floor plan, this is the main bedroom. I'm walking in right here and we'll go over some more features that you'll want to put in your main bedroom. But the other bedrooms are on the other side of the house. It's split between the main suite and the other bedrooms. Okay, those that really know me know that I hate, and I know hate's a strong word, but I truly hate cheap windows. I dislike cheap windows. Don't cheap the windows. You'll want to do a nice vinyl that tilts in, double pane window. It helps with the noise and it saves you a ton on utilities. Do not cheap on the windows. And look, for the love of Jesus, whatever you do, don't build a house without a back porch. You got to put a back porch on a house. This is not a huge house, but I can tell you, regardless of where you are in the United States, you will use a back porch. It doesn't have to be big, but I can tell you, from the back of the house to where it stops being covered, you want a minimum of 10 feet. The width, a minimum of 10 feet. This porch right here is about 18 by 12, but you can do a 10 by 10 porch. You will use that more than you know. So the little features now, you have a covered back porch. You'll want to do recessed lights that are LED. You never have to change those. They'll outlast us all. They don't pull a lot of electricity and they're not hot. You also want to do ceiling fans. And look, the next thing you'll want to do is natural gas. And when you do natural gas, make sure you run a gas line for a grill for the outside of the house. You may not be grilling now, but rest assured, you build you a house with a covered back porch, you're going to be ready to fire it up. Now, as you can see, as I pan around, the size of these houses are anywhere from 1,700 to around 2,400 square feet. But the details that they put in the house is what really sets them apart. Like, for example, this is an 8-foot door. It doesn't need to be, but it's that little detail that just makes it. Now look, when it comes to a fireplace, you'll want to put a fireplace in the house. I'm in southern Louisiana and it's about 400 degrees outside, but we still have cool nights. It still gets cold in February and we still use our fireplaces. Now, if you have a gas line and have gas to the property, put a gas line in here like this one right here has. That way you can put gas logs or do wood burning, either way. But what you will not want to do, and I can assure you, do not put a ventless fireplace in your house. And look, closets, closets, closets. Put lots of closets in your house. And when you put closets, here's a little hall closet. This is actually a deeper than normal closet. The last thing you want to do is not have enough closets, so you have to put your vacuum cleaner in your coat closet, and then all your coats and jackets smell like the dust that you just vacuumed up. You'll want to have separate rooms for that, separate closets for such items. And look, when it's possible, if you have gas service available, always put gas in the house because you can do a gas water heater, you can do a tankless water heater, you can also do a gas cooktop, a gas dryer, gas heater, gas lights, which is a really beautiful thing on the outside of the house. When in doubt, go the gas route. Now look, when it comes to the main suite, you want to make sure that your main suite has a minimum of 2 windows. Always put 2 windows. And if you'll notice, not every door in this house, but the main section of the house has 8-foot doors. It also has a tray ceiling. It also has crown mold and recessed lights. And the bathroom, that's money. Now I'm in the bathroom in this house and it's going to have a 6-foot whirlpool tub right here with a window. But what's really nice is this is going to be a seamless shower. So you have a partition wall right here that separates the tub, and then you have all this tile. But what's going to be really cool is from here up is going to be glass. And they call it seamless because it has a beveled edge to it and it's just held with brackets. There's no frame around it whatsoever. It gives it a real sexy look. Now, the other thing you'll want to do when it comes to the main suite is always do double vanities. Never, ever, ever do just one vanity. Do double vanities. And then when in doubt, you'll want to do double closets. This house has a closet here, and it also has a closet here. But even more so, it has a linen closet, and not just any linen closet. Like, you could walk into this linen closet. That's where you can put all your bed sheets, any kind of medication, your towels, all of that. And then the other thing is the potty room. That's where the potty happens. And you'll want to make sure it's in a separate room. Now in the garage, you'll want to always put a garage door opener, but check out the braces on this garage door. And listen, I'm originally from Nashville. We've had tornadoes, and I'm in Louisiana now, and we have hurricanes. And when in doubt, go a little extra. That's actually the new code requirement for garage doors in this area. Now in this house, they're actually pouring the driveway, and people are like, what does broom finish mean? Well, you can see that gentleman right there, he physically has a broom. They poured this concrete, they let it sit for maybe 20 minutes. After that, they just drag a broom across it. It's called a broom finish. So listen, if you're gonna build a house, you need to know these things. If you're gonna connect with a home builder, you need to know these things and have a good and complete list. Little things like this right here, an electrical receptacle on the outside of the house. But not just there, there's another one right here by the front porch. And yeah, they did a covered front porch. Now, the decisions that you will have to make when building a house can be absolutely overwhelming, and it can stress you to the max, especially if you're a married couple out there building a house. But I'm gonna share with you a couple of tricks and a little secret that I've learned years ago. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and do this. So grab a legal pad or a spiral notebook, and you'll wanna put the name of the room at the top. Put kitchen. And then after you put kitchen, you're gonna wanna do cabinets, backsplash, under cabinet lighting, color of cabinets, color of hardware, what kind of lighting, what kind of overhead, and you'll wanna pick and choose every single thing for that room and every room. So look, when you're less stressed, you're happy, and when you're happy, things are all good. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and be sure and share it with someone that you think will benefit from it.